And Asif is ready to take on the bowlers as well.
Rightly point out, it's a brilliant surface for batting. It's extremely hard work to bowl on here.
Good delivery. Yeah, and that's why this is ordinary cricket. Needless throw. Bowl says thank you very much. And that's why you have to go back to the innings of the Royals as well. 117 for no loss to 184 for 9. They lost 9 wickets for 66 runs, HD.
Not required, as you say, a little error from the keeper, but no harm, no foul. No one's going to run. And then this happens. And when you're in a final, in the end, it comes down to very small margins. Yeah, look, they lost a lot of wickets, but they still were scoring at a decent rate. 180, we can't look past it and go, well, how many were they short? Because they had the platform to try and accelerate. Every batter that walked in was trying to hit the ball out the ground. Yeah, maybe they could turn around and say we should have got 200, but 180, they'll take that.
He's looked good this afternoon, Milanta. Started off the campaign for the Bowls with 70 unbeaten runs, and today as well looking good on 34 not out. What a power play it's been for the Bowls. They've ruled.
Insta for a complete home.
क्रिकेटमा जितको मजा र फोनमा टेक्नोको मजा कसैले बिट गर्न सक्दैन बिकज टेक्नो प्रोभाइड्स बेस्ट क्वालिटी बेस्ट सर्भिस एन्ड बेस्ट सिग्नल टेक्नो स्मार्टफोन रोजी बनाउनुहोस् आफ्नो चोइस मोबाइल.
And what a start for the Bowls.
Yeah, the left-handed Milanta, he's owed them a few wonderful start to the tournament, but then he's sort of fallen away. But he's played beautifully here this afternoon. Asif Sheikh, he too has come to the party. At the beginning, he might have been playing second fiddle to Milanta, but right towards the back end of the power play, he owned it. Now only 4 men are required inside the 30-yard circle. You can have 5 out. Changes thick and fast. Here's more left-arm spin. Safe. Good with the bat. Needs to be brilliant with the ball.
And he has been as well. 11 wickets in the tournament, an economy of under 7. Remember, he'll be bowling to the left-handed Milanta as well. For the moment, though, he begins his spell with Asif on strike, who's matched Milanta shot for shot. Yeah, take the pace of the ball. Is that the mantra?
Well, the pick of the bowlers was Rajmanji. I mean, they could barely hit him off the square. His variation of pace is quite exceptional.
Well, this is also the second highest score in the power play in the tournament, 71 for no loss. Pokhara got 80 against Lumbini Lions in the league matches. That was 80 runs on the board in his first 6. So for a big final, chasing a steep score, this is a remarkable effort by the Bowls.
I'll give you a statistic, though. Out of the 13 highest scores, inning scores in the tournament, the Bolts aren't even in that lineup. This is way and beyond their highest total that they would be achieving here if they chase this down.
Yes, they've been a side that has been found wanting with their batting, particularly on top, and with Anil Shah getting injured, a reshuffle on top didn't really help their cause. Milanta has finally got into groove. A lot of changes in the field here for the left-handed batter in the middle. With the ball coming into him, he goes off, finds the fielder.
Just can't afford to pitch it too far up, because if he does, he'll go over long on or deep mid-wicket. His length has to be perfect here.
Was that in the slot for Milanta to free his arms? Time since the last boundary, 9 HD.
He tried to free his whole body there, never mind his arms. And I think he yorked himself.
Only 42 runs in this over so far. It's been a good and a quiet one. Not so quiet. Because it's a wicket. And it's a big one. And it's the captain of the Janakpur Bulls. Saved strikes in his first over. The move has worked. And this is a big opening here for the Royals.
Well, it's the right-hander that tries to take on the left-arm spinner, and he's nowhere near the pitch of it. It's a clever bit of bowling. He drags it down, he throws it wide, it finds the toe end of the bat, and Brandon McMullen in the deep barely makes a mistake. He got the runs, he's made the early breakthrough now. Asif Sheikh goes for a very well-played 33. The Bolts have lost their first.
Yeah, from the ruckus chants to the thunderous applause, the crowd is the 12th man, driving their teams with every ounce of energy. HD. Incredible, unreal scenes here at the Tribhuvan University International Cricket Stadium. Surprise, surprise, a big change on top. Mohammad Mohsin played a handy innings of 13 not out to take their team to a winning position and take them across the line in one of the league games, batting in the middle order. Today he's been given a promotion in the big final.
He's not going to bring out the reverse sweep again, is he?
Your guess is as good as mine, HD. Ishan Pandey, another very fine youngster who's made a splash in this tournament. An economy under 7, 2 for 11 is best. It's been given to left-handed batters in the middle and the off-spinner. Matchups, Mr. HD.
The most used phrase or word up here in the commentary box. Do you think he got a little glove on that? Wide in the end.
This turn on offer. You could see that turn the bit as well. Encouraging signs if you're a spinner.
Just a toe end. He's got a good pair of hands. Mullen.
Yeah, you ideally want to keep pace with their asking rate. He's bowling well. It's to be careful here, Mohsin. As a batter, you don't want to be stuck in the crease, HD, to a ball that's turning.
Well, the other thing you don't want is Malanta to lose his momentum.
Yeah. Lots happening in the middle.
Well, there is turn. And it just holds and bites, doesn't it? In the pitch.
Gets off the mark. Sun's playing hide and seek at the moment here with the clouds. He's breaking out of the clouds and coming in.
Just wonder now, this left-hander on strike. Didn't have it for 3 deliveries. Been 14 since the last boundary. He'll be getting itchy. Even though they're well ahead of the game, he'll be getting itchy.
Yeah, he's trying to pierce that offside for a while now. Fairly understandable. You want to go with the turn. I reckon something will give you. Nicely driven. Another very tidy over, only 4 runs coming off it. So good passage of play for the Royals. They've kept things quiet. 77 for 1.
अब संसारको जुनसुकै ठाउँबाट
आयामी गरेको पैसा सजिलै प्राप्त गरौँ डाइरेक्ट सुपर वालेटमा
तपाईँको असली एनर्जी रेड बुल असली नै रोशन I dare to overcome every hurdle and shine like a beacon. Presidential Graduate School, where every step leads to a new adventure.
DHI happier home today sahi.
And in the first 6 overs, one of the best power plays in the tournament. Should I say second best overall? And then a wicket of Asif, and things have gone a little quiet. Time since the last boundary, 16 deliveries. You need a couple of Manhattans if you're in the Janakpur bowls.
Scotsman, Brandon McMullen, with his little seamers. So they're just not willing to risk the left arm spin of Zabe against the left-handed Malanta. 7 bowlers used now.
Nicely driven. Straight to the fielder. Milanta's just trying to be a little adventurous in his crease. There's 7 bowlers used in 8 overs, HD.
Mixing and matching. All to do with left-handed, right-handed combinations, and 2 left-handers at the crease now. So for Dipendra Singh Airy, he just feels he's not going to risk bowling left-arm spin.
Yeah, the asking rate was inside 9 when Asif and Milanta were in the middle, and it's just gone over 9, little over 9. That should not be a panic concern.
They're still ahead. At the same stage, at exactly the same stage, the Royals were 71 without loss. But just remember who's still sitting with his pads on, Jimmy Neesham. So the bowlers will be saying, we need to contribute, we need to get him, we need to get us close, and then our finisher can do the job. We've left him with too much to do too often.
Yeah, he's got a good hold of this one, and that's seen to the crowd as well. That's Milanta in his zone, and he's building the ball extremely well this afternoon.
Again, when you don't have a huge amount of pace and when you're trying to bowl slower balls and cutters, you can't get your length that wrong, because this just sat up and said, hit me. And Malanta said, with pleasure.
With both hands, HD. As easy as it gets. And look at that. Neesham is saying, finish it off, guys. I'm happy sitting in the dugout. Smartly done. This is intelligent cricket. Using the pace, opening the face of the bat, and accessing the gap as well. 10 runs in the last 2 deliveries. Another good over here.
It's got the bit between the teeth now, Malanta. Just guided. 2 men there. 2 men behind point. Too big a gap for that man. Through the eye of a needle.
Yeah, just trying to derail the concentration of the bowler as well, trying to pull out a switch hit and then aborting that shot at the very end and playing your conventional cricket. Milanta is just playing a very fine brand of fearless and creative cricket in the middle. Steep chase. Yeah, but they've done well so far. Runs of over number 9. Another productive one here for the Bolts. They're looking and sitting pretty at 90 for 1 after 9.
डेयरी व्हाइटनर ले अब हरेक दिन डिलाइटफुल।
तपाईँको असली एनर्जी रेड बुल असली नै रोजौँ।
Final game. Who will be driving it around Nepal and this ground? Who will walk away with a beautiful Omoda? Checo. What an innings this man has played. He looks strong, looks good, reaches another 50. He got one in the very first game for the Bulls, and now in the final. This dugout stands up in admiration and adoration, and Milanta has been a picture of focus and concentration in the middle. He's got some bat on it, and it's enough to clear the field at long off. It's raining sixes here, and the Janakpur balls are looking very dangerous in the middle.
Siddhartha Bank 6 sent in to do this job, Mosen. Not to mess around. They've got batters that they've pushed down the order. They've sent him up the order to do exactly that.
Yeah, drags his shot. Yeah, ideally, he's been sent for the role as you rightly pointed out, HD. So far, he's done well.
Can't believe this, really. The Bolts have stumbled their way into this final. But they've looked quite incredible today from about over 12 onwards. With the ball, they were put to the sword early on, but then they fought their way back. Now with the bat, those who lit up the competition in the opening few games and then went quiet, will they back again?
Oh, that's a poor delivery, and that's been put away as well. This is easy pickings for a man batting on his 50. Janakpur bowls breached the 100-run mark as well, courtesy that 6. And it's all going one way at the moment as the bowls are taking full control of this game.
Wow, is that not close to a no ball? This is very, very tight, above waist height.
You're very lucky to get away with if you're a bowler. You can sense Dipendra Singh Airi also is feeling the heat in chilly conditions out here. Ishan has conceded 14 in his first 4. Janakpur bowls have moved to 104 with 9 wickets in hand. They need 81 and 62 now. They've got quick runs in the middle. Nicely done.
It's theirs for the taking now. We've reached that sort of situation where the required run rate is under 8. Now they need to be smart. Nalanta can knock those full tosses out the ground. He can hit the occasional half volley for 4, but he holds the trophy. He's got one hand on it. But we've seen some strange and hysterical things happen here.
Got him! Talk about strange and hysterical things. And look at Milanta at the other end. Why, my dear friend, why? Against the run of play. Ishan strikes. Mohsin has to depart. And once again, this game's in the balance.
On the stroke of drinks, it happens so often. Well, we all have to understand that Mohammad Mohsin was sent in to play strokes like this, except he was meant to hit them out the ground. Ish Pandey, the man for a crisis, has struck. Mohammad Mohsin goes for 9. The Bolts 105 for 2 at drinks.
Himal Dental Hospital, the perfect junction where experience, expertise, and excellence meets technology. Here we are 24 hours open.
Right Path Career Counseling. Right counseling for quality education. On Superlight Gel with hyaluronic acid. 200% instant hydration. Miracles happen.
Fresh. Freshness that bonds. Legends rise through greatness and lead with their actions. From a timeless legacy to inspiring a nation, legends choose the ball. Drive like a legend. Drive the ball. Insta for a complete home.
On Superlight Gel with hyaluronic acid. 200% instant hydration. Miracles happen.
Insta for a complete home.
सुसल डेयरीको उत्कृष्ट उत्पादन डिलाइट डेयरी व्हाइटनरले अब हरेक दिन डिलाइटफुल DHI happier home छुट्टै छ है
Neoco solar water heaters, water purifiers, chimneys, the gas obviously is your way of quality living.
It's a reasonable tournament. The runs he's got have not come quickly, but Neesham's come in and applied the finishing touches after he's done the hard work. And finally, we're going to see left arm spin turn to again. A safe save. One of the two wicket takers will return. Malantha 57 not out. Looking very good indeed as I've got Manali Patel alongside me again. For all money, you would say this is Janakpur's game to lose, but I think we will have more than a few twists over the next little while, including this one.
Right out of the ground, the off stump. Tried to throw the absolute kitchen sink at this. Ishan Pandey smart. And a breakthrough that they needed desperately, the Royals. Heading for them, though, is Milantha. 58 off 34 and still out in the middle.
Just dash a quick single. Don't know if you caught Lahiru Malantha's reaction at the non-striker's end. He could not believe what he'd just seen from Abid Mohsin. Because the over had gone for plenty, including the big six that Malantha dispatched off the full toss, the juiciest of full tosses. I actually thought he was signalling for a no, but he was going, what are you doing? He was pleading with Mohammed Mohsin, saying we've got complete control. Now you've just given a window. It's a tiny window back into the game by gifting them a wicket. Smoked and smoked right up onto the VIP balcony. 6 more.
Absolutely smoked this one, and no surprise, he wants the strike. He's asked Harsh Tucker to get him on strike twice. Stole this last run, and this has been put away into the stands. Saif Ali Zaid just a tad too short. And he played with the spin as this went some distance. Nearly took out the Amoda there.
It's actually gone into the practice pitches. I thought it was onto the VIP balcony. It was over it. Oh, what a strike. It was a friendly delivery. Slower through the air, dragged down, and that ball could be a while coming back. Pressure, big pressure on Zaid. Surprised that delivery was bold because the DJ didn't notice the ball coming back and the tunes have just kept going. Great credit to Malantha. I think most batters would have pulled away there. Shows how in the zone he is.
He is in the zone. Absolutely in the zone. I mean, everything's coming right out of the middle of the bat. And he doesn't want to waste time because we spoke about momentum and it's going his way right now. He wants to keep going.
The only thing Harsh Thacker cannot afford is a glut of dots. He gets 10 off 10, 12 off 12, that's fine with the way Melanta's going. You don't want to just reopen the required run rate conversation. It's under 8, remarkably. That's going to help. There'll be a couple, and we'll get Melantha back onto strike. It's another good over for the Bolts. They're in full control. It's 116 for 2.
अब संसारको जुनसुकै ठाउँबाट
आयामी गरेको पैसा सजिलै प्राप्त गरौँ डाइरेक्ट आइपीको सुपर वालेटमा।
I dare to overcome every hurdle and shine like a beacon. Presidential Graduate School, where every step leads to a new adventure.
DHI Happier Home छुट्टै छ है।
Well, doesn't that paint a picture? The split screen tells you all you need to know about which team is happier with their position right now. You can never rule out the Royals. They've only lost one game all season. That was to Chitwan. And Depender Singh Ari says, give me the ball. I need to change this game. And change it he may have. He goes after it himself and puts it down. Of all the fielders in Nepal, you'd want it underneath it. It's this man. Maybe it shouldn't have been his catch. It should have been Harmeet Singh's. Tiger said it's mine, and it goes to ground.
There are an awful lot of things going the Bolts' way, and he can breathe. Melantha's played so well so far. Just checked it at the very end. The ball never came early in it. Popped up an easy one. It is through the hands. 9 out of 9. 10 out of 10, he would have taken it. But in the finals, this one goes down. How expensive is this going to be?
And how many times have we seen this? The drop is followed by a maximum. A stamp of authority from Harsh Thacker and a kick of the turf in frustration from Depender Singh Ari.
Now, this is the Harsh Tucker that we know. This is the Harsh Tucker we've seen. And he's finally showed up today. Down the ground. In total control of it. And it goes a long way.
These are, by a distance, the most difficult catches you'll take in cricket. Running over your shoulder. Add into that the fact that he is the bowler himself. There's almost nobody in the world who's going to get there off his own bowling like Depender Singh Ari did. I thought Harmeet Singh had a real chance in it, but having done all the hard work by his standards, he'll be disappointed it burst through his fingers. Is that the match? Is that the game-changing moment? Has the trophy slipped through Irie's hands?
This is intelligent batting from the two. They got the 6. They're rotating the strike while they're working the gaps at the moment. And he is really channeled in right now. Lahiri Melantha, 67 off 38 deliveries.
You just sense as though that could have been the moment. It would have been the big one of Melantha. I've no doubt Neesham would have walked in. Get Neesham, then you might get the game as well. Instead, it's 10 off the over. It's not the wicket that maybe Irie deserved, but he's nobody to blame but himself. 12 have been bowled, 126 for 6.
I dare to overcome every hurdle and shine like a beacon. Presidential Graduate School, where every step leads to a new adventure.
तपाईँको असली एनर्जी Red Bull, असली नै रोज्नु. Legends rise through greatness and lead with their actions. From a timeless legacy to inspiring a nation, legends choose the ball. Drive like a legend. Drive the ball.
Then Thacker's effort and indeed Carell and House's came against the Bratnaker Kings. They don't need 116 today. They only need 59 more. If they put on 50 plus, the game will be dust for the Royals as finally Harmeet Singh is called back into the attack. Sudar Pashim need a wicket. They need it now. So nearly they get it. Just didn't carry. That's not a chance. Falls maybe a yard and a half in front of Dipender Singh Arena. This is in the previous over. I can promise you there's probably not another bowler in the world who would have got there off his own bowling. He's made, 20 yards, 25. But ultimately it went to ground, and Malantha channels his inner Virat Kohli, those iconic shots from 2016, falling to his knees. Not in celebration, but in relief.
Harmeet Singh continuing to be as economical as he can. He hasn't picked up a wicket yet, but just the 8 runs. And in the grand scheme of things, he's been quiet when we compare to the other bowlers.
That's a poor delivery for someone who's had such a good tournament. It just says, hit me. Malantha into the 70s. He disappeared in the middle of the tournament. He's back with a bang now, isn't he?
Well, what a time to come back. Right when it matters. Harmeet Singh a bit too straight. And helped all the way. 4 runs picked up. And Malantha, how good has he been today?
Fane's going to the offside, instead hits into the leg. Pick up 2 more. Great athleticism shown by Malantha.
I think this is also the first time that we've seen the Royals under this sort of pressure. They've dominated every game so well. They've always been in control in the field. The fielding has been sharp. The bowlers generally have found their line and length. And today, thanks to bowling to the Malanthas of this side from the bowls, it's been very difficult. Does use that crease well as well. Tries to change the lengths for himself.
Well, they panicked, haven't they? One of the game they lost, that was to the Chipman Rhinos by 33 runs, and it was in a completely different set of scenarios. They panicked in the chase that time. When Irie got out, the rest of them folded away. Today, Irie has gone the distance with the ball, 3 overs, none for 38. The man who many were talking about as being the player of the tournament has had his worst game at the worst possible time. Unless he can produce some piece of magic and fast, this game is slipping through the Royals' fingers. Bolts 135 for 2.
Banking sector ma पहिलो पटक सिद्धार्थ बैंकले ल्याएको छ सिद्धार्थ रिवार्ड्स यसमा पोइन्ट छ सिद्धार्थ बैंक सम्बन्ध सधैँभरिलाई
तर यो जिद्दी दाग यो निकाल्न इजी छ सर्फ एक्सेल इजी वाश यसको 10 हातको शक्ति छ यस्तो जसले जिद्दी दाग निकाल्न गर्छ सर्फ एक्सेल इजी वाश
Neoco solar water heaters, water purifiers, chimneys, the gas homes your way of quality living.
अब संसारको जुनसुकै ठाउँबाट
आयामी गरेको पैसा सजिलै प्राप्त गरौँ डाइरेक्ट सुपर वालेटमा
Competition is yet to bowl today. Harmeet Singh's bowled his first really expensive over of the tournament. Scott Kugelheim has gone around the park at 14 and over. Irie's going at 13 and over. Right now, this is like a boxer staggering around the ring, not knowing which way to turn.
You can see it on their faces. You can see it in the body language. There's stress out there for the Royals. They didn't expect to find themselves in this situation. Not after piling on all the runs that they did, 184 in that first innings. And we've never seen their fans this dejected. They need a breakthrough if they're to stay in this game, and they need it quick. And in fact, the breakthrough has to be that of Malantha, who's 74 off 41. just 50 from 42 in a T20 when you've still got plenty of wickets in hand is not a hard task. I suppose it only comes down to whether the Bolts batters, the rest of them, can find some runs today, if needed.
For me, it comes back to the thing we've spoken about again and again in this tournament, matchups, and how we all feel it's being overplayed. You've got to bowl your best bowlers. Naran Saud is surely one of the Royals' best bowlers, the under-19 star. Due respect to Ishan Pandey, I know he got that wicket. He's not one of their best bowlers. The only reason he bowled his off breaks was because there was two left-handers at the crease. Ariz bowled his three very expensively. And Mike, the subfielder, just running a change of baton for Malantha. It'll be talked about again and again in the analysis post this match and post this tournament. I think far too often they've refused to bowl the left-arm spinners to the left-handers for not necessarily good reason. I know there's data behind it. I know there's science. Gotta bowl your best bowlers. It's that simple for me. It's a clinic. It's an exhibition. It's a virtuoso left-handed performance for the Bolts. And this time it's not Jimmy Neesham. It's Lahiru Malantha.
Absolute class. And the Bolts fans are on their feet. The hands through that ball, the eyes on the ball, the balance. Doesn't get any better than that. And he's picking the gaps as he wishes.
Go back to play the game, not the occasion. This cauldron, this amphitheatre, this historic ground, and the atmosphere that none of us who are here, whether up here, on the ground, or in the grass banks, or on the grass banks, it's got to them. Malantha's got his best score of the tournament. He started well. He may finish even better, just when it mattered most. Two sold-out crowds. Malantha has stood up tall for the Bolts.
And in favour of the Bolts, Harsh Tucker also seems to be a lot more positive in the middle. Playing his natural game, 14 off 12. He's smoked one for 6. There will still be some nerves in that dugout. They know that they're close. They don't want to mess it up from here on. It's 43 from 38.
Unbelievable. Just when it matters most, you want players like Lahiru Malantha in your team. He's into the 80s.
What a shot this is. He's lapped it for 4. He's all over the bowlers, playing with them, toying with them. There's no fielder in the deep. He knew he had a gap there, and he picks it perfectly. Now just 39 off 37. We knew this was going to be a run fest. The pitch said it was going to be a run fest. And it's definitely turning out to be one.
Intelligent batting. Gets the boundary, gets the single, keeps the strike. The Bolts could cruise home from here. It's 147 for 2.
सुजल डेयरी को उत्कृष्ट उत्पादन डिलाइट डेयरी व्हाइटनरले अब हरेक दिन डिलाइटफुल
I dare to overcome every hurdle and shine like a beacon. Presidential Graduate School, where every step leads to a new adventure.
Watch NPL on the go on Ncell app, unlimited YouTube and other NPL packs. Download Ncell app now or dial *123*9#.
Came in for a little criticism through the end of the group stages, and even in those crunch playoff games, he just went missing a bit. but just when it's mattered most, how he has stood up. And he's now top of the charts. He will end as the leading run scorer. He'd love to have 300 plus next to his name. He would love the tournament's second century, ideally unbeaten next to his name. He's been exceptional. He's guiding the bolts home.
And with all of that, he would love to pick up the trophy at the end of the tournament.
Even the miss hit's going his way now. And all of a sudden, there's a hush from the Royals fans. They don't know where to turn or look.
They just look so dejected, the Royals fielders. Right on the toe. And everything's coming out of that middle. God, the toe hurts. It really hurts.
Chip towards long on. Put down. It's gone for 6 as well. And of all people, it's Brandon McMullen. It sums the Royals' day up. The cup has slipped through their hands.
Harmeet Singh's going to be frustrated. One-handed. He had sliced it off the bat. He should have taken it. He was inside the rope as well. Instead, he chooses to volley it over. 6 runs picked up.
This game is gone. It's gone for the Royals. Unless something remarkable happens. They can literally knock it around and canter home in the 19th or the 20th now. Every small thing is gone against the Royals. I think they've panicked. And if you want to see the embodiment of panic there, it wasn't the easiest of chances. That trophy to his left. Don't think it's going to be heading west.
It's really not going their way at the moment for the Royals. 6 wides. 6 free runs, 6 extra deliveries.
Both batters at the crease now dropped. We see incredible, sometimes ludicrous things at this ground. I cannot see how the Bolts lose it from here. They're in such control. Jimmy Neesham to come.
Surely they would sail home from here, but cricket's a funny game.
Well, they've panicked. I'm sorry. When Harmeet Singh is bowling a delivery like that, you know that collectively they've just lost it. I think it's come off an edge, given his runs. But, well, that was a speculative piece of bowling, to say the least.
Missing the radar. It's off the foot. I'm sure he won't mind the 2 runs going to him, Harsh Tucker.
They won't mind how they come for the Bolts. They only need 26. What a remarkable final we've been treated to. It's over to HD Ackerman and Mikhail Viswani to bring you home. 159 for 2.
The Bible, Asli Energy, Red Bull, Asli Nerozum.
DHI Happier Home. Today sahi.
Legends rise through greatness and lead with their actions. From a timeless legacy to inspiring a nation, legends choose the ball. Drive like a legend. Drive the ball. Insta for a complete home.
Can't wait, won't wait. Sunfeast Dark Fantasy.
Millions of Trucker, and they're taking the Bolts to a famous win here at the Tribhuvan University International Cricket Stadium. What energy! 26 of 30, HD Ackerman alongside me. It's a wow atmosphere.
I can't believe you've just touched the money and given the Bolts the trophy already. What are you doing?
Yeah, this has been an innings of very high caliber and pedigree by Lahiru Milanta, HD.
It has been crying out for someone when playing an innings like this to take control and take his team over the line. The only way back for the Royals is if he tries to entertain and the batters that follow try and entertain and throw it away in the process. Because it should be an absolute doddle from here. Just 5 and over. But what an innings it's been from Milanta.
Yeah, they've just been struck by bolts here. Slower delivery. Fine legs up in the circle. Harmeet Singh giving chase. That'll run away for a 4. The Bolts are having a whale of a time in the middle, inching closer to what will be something very special. And at the moment, nothing going the Royals' way.
Isn't it amazing how everything that you've been so good at throughout the group stages, through the qualifiers, desert you in the final when it matters most. But that is the beauty of a final. Quite exceptional, but today they're being played off the park.
Pulls it. Yeah, for the moment it looks like they've been outplayed and outclassed by the oppositions. For the first half of the innings, you felt the Bolts were running everywhere, and it all changed in a matter of minutes.
And they might turn around and say, well, we are 15 or 20 short. With the way that the Bolts have played, the way that Milanta has played, they might be 40 or 50 short. Because he's not even in 6th gear anymore. He's happy to knock it around for a single, the occasional 4. If they bowl a bad one, he hits you out the ground. It's been an exhibition of T20 batting.
75 unbeaten runs in the first outing for the Bolts, and today in the big final, unbeaten on 87 of 48 at a strike rate of over 180. The Milanta magic took centre stage. And what an outing it's been for the Bolts. Oh, he stopped. Edged this one. Soft dismissal to an innings that had so much of class laced in it. Milanta will have to walk back. Some success here for the Royals as Kugelheim strikes. Bolts need 19 of 27 as Jimmy Neesham makes his way to the middle. He's done the heavy lifting all through this tournament, and once again he'll be eager to put up a tidy finish, apply the finishing touches and walk back victorious as champions. At the other end, Thakur once again has played a very, very matured innings.
He's had a good tournament, hasn't he? Oh, Tucker, 24 from 17, but it's the wickets that he's contributed, some runs as well. Come on, Jimmy, entertain.
Gets off the mark, and that's the shot of a man in good touch. Yeah, the fielders have been made to work this afternoon. Yeah, but a good break for Kugelheim and the Royals.
Simple catch for Scott Kugelheim. Now takes him level with Rajbanji. He's the highest wicket taker in the tournament, but afraid the afternoon belongs to Milanta.
And that's what he'll do. He knows his job. Doesn't need to bring out the big hits. They just want to get home and celebrate.
Big Jimmy Neesham nudging and nurdling their way to victory. I don't know so much. I think if a spinner bowls to him and he fancies it, he'll want to give these people that have come to this ground something to cheer about.
Got to give it to the fans as well. The air is electric and excitement infectious as well. Not just today, all through the last 18 game days. A poor bowling. That'll be 5 wides again. Giving it away, the Royals at the moment. And bowls are getting home without breaking a sweat at the moment. Yeah, 5 wides. 11 of 25. HD, the writing's on the wall, looks like.
They're gone. They're absolutely gone. 16 wides already, 18 extras. Too many for a final.
Cut away. Straight to Harmeet Singh. Another expensive over here. 15 runs coming up over number 16. The bowls need 11 and 24. It's 174 for 3.
Legends rise through greatness and lead with their actions. From a timeless legacy to inspiring a nation, legends choose the ball. Drive like a legend. Drive the ball.
This ain't no regular thing. Came for the ring, you know what I mean. I shoot my shot and it's clean. This is my city.
Neoco solar water heaters, water purifiers, chimneys, the gas obviously Zigzag, your way of quality living.
DHI Happier Home. Today sahi.
We've had massive turnout, massive support, and loyal devotion as well for their respective teams. Cricket is a winner. Nepal cricket has captured the imagination and amplified its cricket world over with season 1 of NPL. That's not the Jimmy Neesham we know, HD.
Well, it's Harsh Thakker's job to finish it clinically. It's Jimmy Neesham's job to finish it in style. Now, I wouldn't be surprised if Thakker gives him the strike here, because I think Neesham has a bone to pick with Dipendra Singh Airy. Aries dismissed him earlier on in the tournament and he was all sorted on. And Neesham has an opportunity here. Right, he'll have the strike. I know where my money is. I think the New Zealander wants to finish it this over and do a cartwheel for himself.
Well, be rest assured, every Janakpur Bowl supporter will be doing a cartwheel, and so will the dugout as well. Yeah, he's in no hurry. It was against the same team, Sudur Paschim Royals, and what a way come back. He can take all his time here.
He's waiting for the right ball. That's what he's looking for. Just the right one in his area.
Yeah, what a turnaround of events. Bowls lost the toss, were playing catch-up. 184 is what the Royals got. They've lost the previous 2 outings against the same team. And in a steep chase, the Royals... He's got through him. What a delivery. Yes, it's a muted celebration at the moment, but Neesham will have to walk back. Right through him underneath his bat. Dipendra Airy strikes to give away only 2 in the 17th over and taking the big wicket. It's 176 for 4.
He's done enough, Jimmy Neesham, to get them to this position. It's up to the others now to win it. Dipendra Singh Airy has Jimmy Neesham's number once more. But the big New Zealander has had a fabulous tournament, particularly with bat in hand. There's been some big, powerful strikes, and it's sad to see him go. Neesham goes for 4. The bowl's 176 for 4.
I dare to overcome presidential graduate school, where every step leads to a new adventure.
Neoco solar water heaters, water purifiers, chimneys, the gas house your way of quality living.
Join us and the ranks of thousands of successful students who have unlocked their full potential by pursuing their education overseas. Right Path Career Counseling.
और यो जिद्दी दाग यो निकाल्न इजी छ सर्फ एक्सेल इजी वाश यसको 10 हातको शक्ति छ यस्तो जसले जिद्दी दाग निकाल्न गर्छ इजी सर्फ एक्सेल इजी वाश
Taking a sweat without much fuss, the bowls can reach home. Akash Tripathi walks out, and he knows his job as well. Yeah, I just wonder what's going on in the mind of...
He's got a simple job. A simple job. He has to be there and finish it off for them. The equation is
Gap as well. Work to do for the fielder. Does well to get around it. It'll keep it to 2. Make that 7 now in 16. You can sense the buzz in the crowd at the moment. You can sense the feeling as well.
the slider. No big spinning off break. Just one that goes straight on.
You got to pitch it up rather. What an event this has been. What a tournament. 18 match days, 32 matches, HD. You've seen it all.
It's been brilliant. You know, the people of Nepal, all those involved in putting this together, can be so proud. Every single player, particularly the overseas players, have been blown away by this tournament, and fitting that the two best sides play in the final. They've been the most consistent during the group stages, and they've provided us with a spectacle here on the final day of this NPL Season 1.
Oh yes, and a big shout out to everybody part of this magnificent festival here in Nepal. Season 1, the fans, the association, the stakeholders, the owners, the production, the camera persons, the curators. Everyone's played a little part in the huge success of what has been a global event. And one strike away from history. Oh, this was a beautiful delivery. Slow through the air, turned as well. Tripathi absolutely clueless.
His height, the spins, turns. He said missing off stump. He's got that spot on.
And the match officials as well, the umpires, what an outing they've had all through the 18 match days as well. Wow. Nicely fielded. He's put his body behind the line. That would have been 4. Very lucky to get away Harmeet. Make that 5 and 12 now. 4 runs coming off 18th over. It's 180 for 4.
This ain't no regular thing. The king for the ring. You know what I mean? I shoot my shot in this clean. This from the city. Watch NPL on the go on Ncell app, unlimited YouTube and on Ncell app now, or dial *123*9#.
Neoco solar water heaters, water purifier. Chimneys, the gas house your way of quality living.
ब्याङ्किङ सेक्टरमा पहिलो पटक सिद्धार्थ ब्याङ्कले ल्याएको छ र पोइन्ट छ। सिद्धार्थ ब्याङ्क, सम्बन्ध सधैँभरिलाई।
This is a sight to behold, and I'll tell you what, Nepal's warm and welcoming people with infectious smiles and generous hospitality has made us all feel like guests in their homes. Well, a big, big pat on the back for all the fans in Nepal Cricket HD. They've been the 12th man quite literally.
Yeah, they've made the tournament. They have made the tournament. I know there's been a lot of hard work behind the scenes, but what has put this on the global map of cricketing tournaments has been the fans.
Seb to Tripathi. Yeah, they're trying everything at the moment. Just wonder how they're going to get these 5 runs from here.
They'll want to do it in this over. They don't want to go into the last over needing 2 because, well, can there be any more drama? Surely it gets finished in these 5 deliveries.
Yeah, that's more like it. Get Thakur on strike. 4 in 10. The crowd's on their feet. Don't be surprised. The anticipation in the bowls dugout as well. That's the bowls army over there. This is high up in the air. 2 fielders getting underneath, drops right in between, and they'll only get a single. Well, Thakur did go for glory there.
It's just not their day. It's just not their day, the Royals. The ball has bounced between fielders on numerous occasions here this afternoon. This time it's Harsh Thakur that gets away with it. He wants to finish it with 1 blow.
You don't want to do that to Irie. A ricochet off the stumps, that'll be referred upstairs. I reckon Tripathi was safe.
Harsh Thakur's done so well. He's probably just saying, what are you thinking? Oh, hello. Oh, he's short. He is surely short. Bail off there. Surely the bail's off there. You take a single to Dipendra Singh Arie and your afternoon is finished.
You dare running when Irie is there inside the 30-yard circle. How fast he generates pace in the middle to inflict a run out as well. Tripathi has to walk back. The inevitable is delayed for the bowls at the moment. He walks back for 2. It's 182 for 5. You can see Sher Malla, they're having a discussion with coach Pupudu Dasnaike. Sher Malla got that winning hit in the last game that took them into the final and qualifier 2 against the Yaks. Mayan Yadav walks out, only 3 needed in 8 deliveries. 1 foot across the finishing line here for the Bolts, but they're refusing to take that second foot.
Yeah, there's some nervousness in the dugout. There's nerves in the middle. The Royals can make that work to their advantage. They'll be squeezing in on the single. Harsh Thakur won't want to take any more risks. He'll want the strike for the final over. Oh, it's going to go to the final over, isn't it? Thakur's going to hit it in the end. We're going to have a humdinger.
Oh dear. Spare a thought for Mayan Yadav, who's walked out. Pressure everywhere, nervous energy. HD smiling.
Well, I can see a dot. I can see a dot here. And I can see Harsh Thakur trying to finish it in 1 blow. And getting out. Oh.
It is. It's a dot indeed. 3 needed in the final over. It's 182 for 5.
Like super light.
Pond Super Light Gel with hyaluronic acid. 200% instant hydration. Miracles happen. DHI Happier Home. Chatti sahi.
Neoco solar water heaters, water purifiers, chimneys, the gas hops your way of quality living.
Where the Bulls now need 3 from 6 and we're into the final over in a high-scoring game. We've seen it all in season 1 of the NPL. A 1-run win, a 1-wicket win, a super over, a century, 5 fours. And now, another photo finish in the big final, HD.
What about a wicket off the first ball here? Mikhail Arshtaker is going to try and finish it in one shot. I'm telling you. And he could risk getting out. He could be a hero with one stroke. Yeah, no one can look, because who would have thought that we've got to the final over?
Yeah, it was all looking so easy at one stage for the Bulls. Naren Saud has been asked to bowl the final over. He's the 8th bowling option here. They have a lot of options still left, but they go for Saud. He has 5 for 19, and he'll be bowling to Harsh Thakur. 1 strike away, the Bulls, from being crowned champions of NPL Season 1. All happening here. Here we go. Yeah, he gets a single. Make that 2 in 5. They're getting closer to a special moment here. Wow. They're seeing the final 4 deliveries, 5 deliveries of NPL Season 1. And a big shout out to everyone out here. It's been a festival of the Himalayas, quite literally a celebration in Nepal. HD. And it has had all of us on our feet, glued to the games, the quality of cricket. Yeah, this is the winning moment as well for the Janakpur Bulls. They create history. They emerge champions of NPL Season 1, and they've etched their names in the annals of history, forever remembered as the gold standard of achievement. The players run onto the field, and the Bulls synergy is a marvel to behold, with each member a vital cog in a well-oiled machine that churned out victories with ease. Congratulations, Janakpur Bulls.
Came in as underdogs against a side that they had played twice and lost to twice comprehensively. For the first 10 overs, they were fetching leather, and many thought it was going to be one-way traffic. But they back, got themselves into the contest, and then a hero emerged. Lahiru Malanta playing an innings of high class, taking them then to the brink, and then the Canadian Harsh Thakur taking them over the line.
We are seeing history unfold here at the Tribhuvan University International Cricket Stadium. And there you have it on the board. Janakpur Bulls, champions of the inaugural edition of the Siddhartha Bank Nepal Premier League, powered by Ncell. Yes, they've been at the receiving end in the last couple of games. Yes, they received the raw end of the stick as well, but they've showed immense character. And what a turnaround. Again.